Hi, hello everyone. We've already got a card popping out. I'm Sarah, that divination witch. This is a channel where I share readings. At time of recording, I've just updated people on my main channel about what's been going on in my life. I've had a lot going on, a lot of changes, a lot of information, a lot of different things happening. That doesn't mean that I'm not going to be sharing more readings. And I felt called to do a collective reading. So I have Hecate here with me, and I was shuffling, as you've seen, the chariot just popped out. The chariot is a card of success. It is about winning, coming out on top. Life is a journey, yes, but everything will work out. I feel like that's the resounding message. You see, with Hecate, she has been telling me and telling you guys through the collective readings too, to look after ourselves, look after our energy, look after those close to us and our communities as well. And that's very much so, and that's some of the stuff I've gone through. Very much we need to be doing that, okay? But that, just because of what's going on in the collective as a whole, all the mass worries and stress and whatever, because I feel like in the Western world it's very stressful right now. So no matter what's going on the bigger picture scale, our personal lives, we can make change in, and we can do what we can to help ourselves and those we love and those around us, our community. The more of us that can do this on a smaller level, the more impact it will have on the bigger level, in the bigger picture. So every little helps, as they say. And yes, I feel like she's saying, look, it'll be all right. Despite all of this, it will be all right. We need to be in hermit mode, but it came out reversed. Hermit came out reversed here. Now, this card, the hermit, is about solitude. It is about a solitary path, a solitary understanding. And in some ways, I do see Hecate in the hermit card, even though this is a man. Hecate is the torchbearer. She's the guide in the dark. She walks through the liminal. She is the light at the end of the tunnel, so to speak. So sometimes we do need to be in hermit mode. We do need that time for ourselves, me time, whatever that looks like for you. It's not selfish, okay? It's not selfish to look after yourself. It's not selfish to say, look, I need to withdraw. Because if you don't look after yourself, who the hell else will? Ultimately, is the message. However, this came out reversed, and there's a trap in the hermit mode. The trap being, we can have solitude, we can have reflection, and we do need that, and that's okay. We can also feel sad, and we can feel our feelings. Yes, feel them, but don't wallow in them. I feel like that's the message here. Wallowing in self-pity, in depression, in worry, anxiety, stress, all these negative things, that is also counterintuitive. Because like I said, if we can look after ourselves, protect our energy on the smaller scale, all the small things add up to the big thing. But although you may have withdrawn from the big thing, from the bigger, wider collective issues, if you are perpetuating your own misery, I felt like I had to say it like that, if you are wallowing and getting sad and down and low and remaining in that, not just feeling it and processing it and then moving forward from it, like the hermit does. The hermit's the traveller. The hermit keeps walking on, even in solitude, they keep moving forward. If you remain stagnant in that, then all of that, because if everyone's doing the same, that adds to the collective problem as well. That is no better than being entranced and involved with something beyond your control. I hope that's making sense. So yes, we need to protect ourselves. Yes, we need more me time. And yes, That isn't selfish. That is okay. Do it. If you feel called to it, do it. Because if you can't do it for you, nobody else can and nobody else will. All right? Because ultimately you've got to look after you first. Even if you've got people that are there for you, they're not in your head. They're not in your body. You know, they might be able to support you, offer you moral support, physical support, but they can't control you in that way. Only you can do that. And on the flip side, only you can stop yourself from wallowing in that way. Right? Now, the collective message as well has already been about the dark half of the year. Now, if you're not a witch, you may not know about the wheel of the year, but it is the natural cycle of the year, winter time, okay? If you're a witch or not, doesn't matter. We all go through the seasons, and right now it's October. We will be heading into the darker half and the colder half of the year. At this time, take it as a breather, okay? Reflective time. Not a time to be stagnant, but a time to process and keep going, as I've already said, okay? It is the time of hibernation, usually. Hibernation is a pause. It's not stagnation. It is not regression. It is a pause to then step forth, ready, energized, prepared when the wheel turns and things start changing again. High Priestess. You must trust in yourself at this time, because there are many people who will be telling you what to do. There will be many people outside of your sphere telling you what to do, telling you how to think, what you should believe in, what you shouldn't believe in, what your moral compass should be as well. Those people are irrelevant to you. Get that in your mind. They're irrelevant. In the age of social media, in the age that we are in, more and more, and I'm guilty of this too, we care about what people think about us, regardless of religious, political, whatever beliefs. We care. We chase that dopamine hit, the likes, the views, all of this jazz. I'm guilty of it too. It is false as a whole. There can be nuggets of wisdom in it, there can be connections in it that are helpful. Of course there can. But just because you don't agree with others in your niche or in your circle doesn't make you a bad person. And if they want to push their agendas onto you, push their opinions onto you and make you feel bad, that's a them problem and not you. I feel like she's trying to say about, you know, human nature and being a sheep. There is a lot of sheep imagery in religion, like especially Christianity. I know from when I was young, when I've attended church, they would talk about the flock, the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. That is a hymn or something, isn't it? There's a lot of imagery like that, like Lamb of God, you know, a sacrificial lamb. We as humans are very tribal creatures, and that is expanded with social media, but it's not real. We want to belong, we want to fit in, we want to be liked. But that's not real, you know. For me, I may have, 17 and whatever thousand subscribers on YouTube on my main channel right now. All right, great, that is an achievement. Views equals knowledge being shared where appropriate. It also does equal money, because yes, sadly, we are in that world where I need money to live. We all do. But it's false, you know. If I step outside of that sphere, I'm nobody. I'm a person. I mean, I am somebody. Yeah, I'm not devaluing myself, but I am not putting myself on some sort of pedestal. It would be the same if I had 117,000 or 17 million followers. You may have more influence in the digital sphere, but at the end of the day, we're all human beings. Whether you've got one follower or a million, you're a human. We all have to breathe, we all have to sleep and eat and poop. That's the way I always put it. And I do think what Hecate is trying to say here is like we kind of losing touch in a way of seeking to be human and be accepted and loved and adored and all of this. We are losing touch with real humanity. I, at time of recording, had a snippet of this, like what happened yesterday at time of recording. The mobile phone network that I am on in the UK went down as a whole. They're my home broadband as well. So that meant I had zero connection for half a day with the outside world. And if the internet went down tomorrow, that's what I would have, you know. I was literally removed from the matrix, so to speak. And then what is there? You know, I feel like we take stuff like this for granted. It's all irrelevant. All those views, comments from the people that like me and dislike me too, it's all irrelevant. If you ever had a power cut, you know, you forget how much you rely on your phone, on switching on a light switch. You know, we rely on luxuries essentially. But does electricity equal humanity? Does the internet, connectivity in that way, equal humanity? No, it doesn't. And that's what Hecate is trying to get me to say, that at this time especially, we have lost touch as a collective what it means to be human. As in, looking after people physically in our lives. Now, yeah, I mean, I'm guilty of this too. I've got an online friend who I've had for many, many years. Shout out to you. I won't say your name, don't worry. Who lives in Stockholm, Sweden. Blooming, getting on for 15 years. We've spoke with each other. Long time friendship. This is the amazing flip side of the internet. You know, we can have those connections. Great. But she's not in my nearby circle. I don't want to lose touch with her. I love her to bits. I know I have her number if I had to call her or whatever. But again, if that was taken away, what would there be? You know, I probably wouldn't see her again, and she'd have to look after herself and her community, you know. What would there be? Get in touch with reality, as in the physical world. Go touch grass, as they say. We are losing touch with that and what matters. And this perpetuates the collective noise, whatever that may be. The stresses, the worries, the people getting at each other, cancel culture, frigging all of this. Sorry for swearing. But it does, it's noise. And does that really hold meaning to you personally? No, not really, does it? Hecate is calling you to unplug a bit. All right, we know it's difficult to unplug in our world, but see more of the actual world around you, not just the digital world. And I'm just as guilty of this too. I am. During this time, this hermit period, don't wallow, don't get collective, stuck in this noise bubble. Go back. It's like going back to your roots. Do something practical, even if you can't go out and about. That's fine. I'm being called to write more, like physically, pen to paper, write my thoughts, my feelings, articulate things, whatever it is, that is tactile, that is more human than typing on a phone or whatever, I hope that made sense. Is there anything else you want to say, Hecate? Two of Swords, yeah, makes sense. We're at a crossroads right now. And it's up to you what you do. We're at a collective crossroads, and that doesn't mean it's the end of the world, all right? Yeah, people said it was the rapture. Yeah, I'm guilty too of feeling like it's end time kind of vibes, all right? Yeah, part of it does. But it might not be in the way you would think. It's not just going to go boom and whatever. It's a mindset thing. Are you getting lost in the noise? Or are you getting in touch with you? That's the crossroads. One way or another, you know. Are you just going to get sucked in? Or are you going to stand firm and be you? I hope that made sense, but that is the message, okay? Thank you, Hecate. Thank you, everyone, for listening. If you found it useful, hit like, hit subscribe, leave a comment. It does help this channel grow, despite what I said about the digital world, you know. If you do want to get a reading from me, all my stuff is in the description, as well as the tarot deck I used. It is the Tattoo Tarot mini version, by the way, but yeah. All right. Take care, everyone.